I wanted to quickly look at why one of the first parries in Myer works and why it doesn't quite often. Quite often when people are training this, we have some very, very weird positions. So basically what we should be doing, just relax for a second, is we're chopping the dagger, or we're stabbing the dagger into the side of the neck here. Now all of the usual things should apply, that if I'm here, I'm trying to step and I'm trying to hit at the point that my foot lands, not afterwards. And there was a question about why you're using the offhand to parry and how it doesn't feel natural. And one of the simplest ways of looking for that is that if you take it as if I'm doing this and I'm hitting like so, and the foot and the dagger are landing more or less at the same time with this tight action here. Now in this case there's really no point in trying to parry with the offhand. But if the action comes like so, if I'm stepping and I'm going 1, 2, then you may as well use your dagger to carry out the primary action and to parry at the same time, or to do whatever we're going to do. So you start getting a simple structural reason for doing these things, because the line is wide. Now what I wanted to look at is a very, very simple way, and Mark Davis, I think, will appreciate this, because I think you can kind of get an explanation of using the salute method a little bit in order to understand what this is going on. So when we're using the dagger, 1 second please, stand here please. We quite often have this thing, just this way, Tanya, where people are stabbing here, and the main problems we're having is people tensing on this line here, so they're trying to tense the arm into this shape, or they're letting the arm go away, or they're letting the arm go loose here. Now if the arm is going loose and dropping, obviously you have to pass it. If it's going away from you, you can reasonably ignore it and chase through with the dagger to strike yourself. You don't have to follow it in this case, particularly if you've got your own dagger. So here, we really should be looking at someone trying to slam in like so. Now, quite often people get this wrong because they're trying not to stab each other, so they're trying to do this. Most commonly, you're getting people getting it wrong because they're trying to resist what they know is going to happen. So there's a simple way of going through this exercise, and that's basically that I'm going to do a chop into the side of the neck. It's going to be a horizontal chop, like so, and my partner's going to stop it. So he's going to chop me here, okay? And again, if you notice, when I'm chopping here, my elbow is coming through the line. So he's going to chop me here, 1, okay? I'm going to chop back, okay? So chop, good. Chop, 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 chop. Now if you notice here, chop, his chop is coming outside the line, my chop is coming into the line. So here he's going to chop through my neck, trying to think of touching this shoulder here. 1, okay, good. 1. Do you want to block it? Okay, ready? Chop, good. 1. And again, look at the depth here. 1. And same, see this line, see how it's outside the shoulder. I'm going to try and chop him onto this shoulder. 1. Try and chop me onto this shoulder, through my neck. That's it, right through. So this should want to move my neck here. Don't drop down, drop into here. Okay? Small. That's it. So not going wide, chopping into the neck. Into. So this means that he wants to compress a line which comes almost in line with his left shoulder when he does the stab. Here, chop. 1. See again, you're chopping outside the line. Chop through. Chop through. So put your arm up. Here. So again, here we have an action where here, again, he's trying to keep me safe. Here, I want to chop this through. And this should mean it'll start hurting the arm as we go through. Okay? So here, chop. And again, chopping wide. Okay? Chop through. So chop to here. That's it. Ready? Chop through. If I don't block it, it's my arm. Chop. Let my arm take it. Okay? Hurt the arm. Hurt the arm. Hurt the arm. That's it. Hurt the arm. That's it. Hurt the arm. Much better. Hurt the arm. Hurt the arm. Up. Down. That was the moment we wanted. Now if you notice, if I go through this very, very slowly, once I taught Davis into actually striking to hurt me, so that as he was coming through here, he was trying to punish the arm, trying to crush through, and starting to come horizontal with force and with speed. And if you notice that when I passed into this salute position here, he just rolled past completely naturally, allowing me to come through. And if you look at this position here, 1, 2, 3. In this case, because his energy is coming horizontally and through, the salute allows it to come over. When I put effectively a lap onto this here, his arm is still going in this direction, it's not returning back towards me. And then this action here becomes completely natural. And you can even do this simply with the one hand here. And you don't need to worry because it's going away. So these are the energies you need to look at in that first parry. I apologise for making it quite a protracted exercise so you can see where people are not striking through. But hopefully you can see that when they do start striking through, when the impact is there to try and hurt, the focus becomes on this horizontal line passing through from one side to the other, which means that when you pass through this action with the dagger, the actual arm flies off to the other side and you don't have to put effort into the technique.
Hope this helps. Take care.